Hey everybody, we've got some new arrivals here at Netta's and I wanted to tell you all about them right away so that you know exactly what we've just gotten in. We're especially excited because we've gotten a restock on our garden phlox. We sold a lot of garden phlox this year and we're excited to have that refilled, and we got a color that we haven't been able to get all season. So there's a new color in the mix. We've carried it before, but it hasn't been available to us for quite a while. So I'm going to show you these and a bunch of other plants that we've just brought in just so that you know what's out there and what you'll be seeing if you come by this week. So this is the grape lollipop. This is the color that we've been trying to get all season and it hasn't been available. It's part of the candy store series. So we also have coral cream, which is a beautiful coral color, and then there's cotton candy, the nice light pink color, and then if you like a brighter pink, there is the bubblegum pink, and that is a beautiful bubblegum color. So we absolutely love that. We got in some of the Stairway to Heaven Jacob's Ladder that has that beautiful variegated leaf, gets a nice lavender blue flower, great mounding habit as well. It's really perfect for a part sun area. It doesn't like that full hot sun, but it does do good in a lot of different areas, and it just has that nice leaf stalk that kind of comes out. You can see even when it was blown in the wind how it kind of quivers a little bit. It just has a really nice look, and those variegated leaves really give it a bright spot in the garden. Over here we have some more of the Salvia. This is the Caradonna variety. I love it because it has the kind of purple flower, but then the calyxes are more of a pinkish purple color, and so even when the flowers kind of disappear, you'll notice it keeps a really nice color on the stalk. So if you don't have time to deadhead it, you don't have to worry because it still looks so good. And we have decided to extend our pollinator sale until the end of the month, so you're going to get 15% off any of our pollinator specials. So I had put those in a video before. There's some specific ones. It includes butterfly bush, asters, salvias, a couple other plants as well. So that's always, there's been such a good response to that we wanted to continue it because we're thrilled that people are so interested in taking care of their pollinators. I don't want to miss the Mandarin Lights azalea. Now, right now it just looks like a nice little shrub, but in the springtime it is loaded with beautiful orange flowers. We had sold it last year, absolutely gorgeous, and we got so many compliments from people who had bought it, and it came back in the spring. It's a nice hardy variety for here because sometimes azaleas can have a rough time in our climate, but this one does really, really well, and it's a beautiful orange color, and like I said, it is full of flowers. You might be surprised to see a lilac in August, but this is a reblooming variety called Bloomerang, and it does send up extra blooms throughout the season. So, and they are fragrant as well. So in the springtime, it'll have most of its blooms, but it just keeps sending up more throughout the season. Lilacs have been extremely popular this season, so we did order in some more. So like we have this one here. This one's the Sensation, has that nice kind of white rim on the plant. And then the other one that we have is Yankee Doodle. And that one is kind of more your traditional with a little bit darker color in it. So really nice lilac. We wanted to get some more in because people just have been asking so much for lilacs this season. We've also restocked on our Easy Elegance roses. That's the variety that does so well in our area, just keeps blooming and blooming, does great in our zone. And then we also picked up some of the Rambling Red, which is a climbing rose, which we've had a hard time getting climbing roses, and climbing roses aren't real common for our area. So we're happy to get those, but just beautiful. Then I'm going to slip past. Our crates are still in place here because we did just unload these. But if I head over here, I want to show you some of the Nine Bark. Nine Bark is a really beautiful shrub. It also gets flowers that are great for pollinators, and then get some fruit that the birds tend to like. This one here is a new one for us. It's called Spicy Devil. Now the Little Devil tends to have a really dark leaf. This one has more of that kind of amber color to it. Just a nice kind of change up here. Goes really well with the Amber Jubilee, and this is my absolute favorite. Has that nice kind of caramel color in it, actually a couple colors in the new growth, and then it does get a little more green as it matures, but it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous plant. And then this is the Fireside. This has that really nice, dark, rich leaf, gets a white flower. Just really always love the Fireside. We did also get in some more Spirea, so this is kind of the more common color. This one is called Superstar, has that nice pink flower on it. And oftentimes if you do shear those back, you'll get another burst of flowers. And then there's this one here is the, I think it's called Bridal Wreath or Renaissance Bridal Wreath. This one gets white flowers. It gets huge though. This is probably the biggest Spirea out there. It's a really big one. My favorite though is this one here. It's the kind of dark pink and red. It's called Double Play Doozy. And this one does just keep sending up new flowers even if you don't deadhead it. And it has a really nice rich red color. So always excited about that. I can also take you over here to to the Weigelias. Weigelias are nice because they're available in so many different leaf colors. So like you can get these dark leaf ones and then the variegated leaves, and they tend to flower in the spring, but there are several varieties that do rebloom. So like this Sonic Pearl, the Sonic varieties tend to rebloom. Here's another one called My Monet, and then this one has a darker leaf with a white flower, but there's that pearl again. This one's called Vino Verde, has that, I don't know if I'd call it variegated, but it is a bicolor leaf. Kind of a pattern that you usually only see like in a coleus. It's really an interesting one. Another variety of the My Monet, there's a flower on that one. But I did want to tell you about like another Sonic variety. This is the Sonic Bloom Red. And this one just keeps sending up those nice red flowers throughout the season. So you get a little bit of color, but you can see how different the leaf color can be on those Weigela. We've also added several evergreens like this creeping juniper. Then there's also like the bird's nest spruce. There's the Holstrup arborvitae. That's a really popular one because it stays right around 5 feet. So that's one that people really like because they don't have to worry about it getting super tall. We've added other arborvitae as well. And then there's also a lot of boxwood. That reminds me, people ask us all the time, like, is this even a good time to plant? And the truth is August and September are probably our busiest months for selling trees and shrubs. And so we get that question a lot. And the truth is August isn't a bad time to plant as long as you can keep things watered. So it's important that if you're planting anything right now, with the heat that we get and the wind that we get, it's very important that you water not only the hole that you dug, but also the ground around it, because you don't want that ground pulling all the water out of the plant that you just planted, because it can be devastating to that plant if you don't keep it watered. Now, it is okay to give it a break every couple of days because you do want to encourage root growth, but you're going to want to make sure that it stays at least somewhat damp once you plant it, just to make sure that that plant stays healthy. And you can continue planting right up until frost. We do it all the time and don't have any problems, but planting it now does give it a little bit of time to develop some roots before they go dormant for the season. So that's something to think about. There's also some extra trees that we've added. So don't hesitate to come in. I know there's more maples and a bunch of ornamentals as well. So we do have a lot right now. And so now's a really good time to come and check out the inventory while we still have a lot of stuff. Oh, there was also, I noticed there's some barberries. It's just kind of the regular purple kind. Oh gosh, there's a bunch of other stuff that came in too. But I think this gives you an idea of what we've added, and hopefully some of the things that you were looking for, or maybe things that we didn't have early in the season, we do have right now. Because I should mention, all of our bare root trees are available now too. The ones that we got in, these are large trees that we planted bare root this spring. We had to wait for the roots to develop. That's especially true of our fruit trees. So the apples, the plums, the peaches, we're really fully stocked on those right now too. So lots to choose from. So hey, hope to see you guys all very soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back as soon as possible.